Welcome to Wild Cottage in the hills of County Clare in Ireland. I'm Susan and I hope you enjoy. Spoiler alert! If you have the Green Lambkin Yarn 13-day countdown, I'm going to open it. So skip ahead. I'll put the timestamp on the screen and you'll be safe to watch after that. Is it interesting? Yeah. What's in here? So this is my Halloween countdown. Those are the 3 we've opened already. This is the Witch's Cottage 13-day countdown from Green Lambkin Yarns. And she's over in the UK. He himself is down there. He's a lovely boy. My shadow. My best boy. Yeah. He doesn't like to come up here. So let's open this. Today is the 5th of October, but we'll go ahead. I didn't open the 4th because just the day got away with me and I wanted to wait. So we'll open the 4th and the 5th and see, what is it, Bridie? What is it? Oh, you can probably see my little socks here. These are such wonderful socks. So the lovely Valerie of Nana and Papa Knits? No. A Visit with Nana and Papa here on YouTube. And I think the same on Instagram. I don't know. I'm not really much Instagrammer. So anyway, but she is so lovely. And she's a super one for giving knitting tips out. And yeah, if you have any questions, like anyhow. She did a D-stash last year, and I was going over to the US to visit family, so I bought some. Now these are very pilled, but I bought these are both from Suburban Stitcher, and the colorway is Oslo, so it's one of those slub yarns, which I really like, and the mohair, matching mohair, except for the toes. What are the toes there now? Do you know what? I don't know. Anyway, they are just, I just did some ribbing and then plain. But they are such soft, luxurious socks. If you get a good deal on like a softish sock yarn and mohair, these are just comfort socks. And I've worn them in shoes. But they're just, I love them around the house. And like bed socks, they just, I don't know, they're like a hug. So anyways, thank you for destashing those, Valerie, and I got them for a very good price. Okay. Yes, I did. Let's open. Oh, this is lovely. Look at this. That is beautiful. The color, again, the color is washing out a little bit just because of the lighting in the cottage. She thinks there's something interesting in there. This colorway is Orchard Harvest. Yes, and we had such a beautiful harvest of our apples this year. And you know, I was talking about Tom's wonderful recipe, and it's very simple. And I think a lot of it is just the quality of ingredients. And he did end up sharing it in the comments. So it's super easy if you've never made apple crumble. It makes a very good one. It's very easy. But since we had to, like that one he was making there, and then another one we've used store-bought apples, and the difference is noticeable. I think it was just that, I mean, we literally went to our apple trees, picked apples, and made crumble. And that made such a difference. And of course, difference as in so much better, so tasty. So all of ours would be organic as well. So yeah, so he's experimenting with different kinds. The store-bought Bramleys are a regular cooker. They were still quite sour, those Bramleys. And this time he's bought a store-bought one, which I don't know where that came from because it's Golden Delicious and they don't grow well here in Ireland. But anyways, that's what he picked out to try next. So we'll see. But I think my top tip really is use his recipe with super fresh local apples, and yum. That it makes a difference if you get a very good apple. And I know apples store and all, but I don't know, the fresh. Anyways, I'm babbling. That's that. So let's pop it in here. Hold on. Okay, ladies, you ready for day 5? So that's today. Ooh, look at this one. And she does her yarns with garlic. No, with glitter. No, not even with glitter, with sparkle. Wow. Brain does interesting things. So this is very pretty. Let me put it on the pro setting on the phone camera and see if I can make the color show a bit better. There, I think that's closer. Did it make a difference? I feel like it did make a difference. And then here was the day 4. So this day 3 is potion. Oh yeah, that's a good witch's potion. You know what I think is in there? I think blackberries are in there, because that looks like a color you can get when you squish blackberries. And also maybe even ivy berries. Don't eat ivy berries, people. No. But you can dye with them, and I have done, and it actually stayed, but it just makes kind of a pinky brown. Anyway, but just like the ivy berries, they are green, they're dark green, and then they turn black, and they're very good for the wildlife to eat. So, and they only fruit when you let the ivy mature. So like when it reaches the top of the tree or top of the hedge or the top of the wall, then it'll start making the berries. And the pollen comes out later, like later in the summer, and it's good for the insects. And then the berries are there, and they will last right through the spring. So it's a good sort of, food for birds. Will eat it. I know the fox and the martin eat it when things are really scarce. So anyway, that's your wildlife public service announcement about ivy and ivy berries. So let's put these in a wee row here now. Here we go. I love them. I'm so excited. And I don't generally do anything with my minis when they come like this, bit by bit as they come, because I really like to see what the whole thing is. And then I might rearrange them or I might break them up. So there they are. I'm really enjoying them. I'm a glitter and sparkle woman. I am. And I really love this. So this is the Auren top, a short sleeve top with all this lovely texture work by Valentina Bogdanova. And I knit it a few months ago. It's really beautiful. I mean, it's one of these ones, it's charted and written, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that you just follow along, but you have to pay attention to, all your rows. And I have some little mistakes in it, but that doesn't bother me because I think, most people are not staring at it and evaluating it. Okay, here's my plan for the day. It's not very exciting. This is our portable air conditioner. Which we need at times here in Ireland, for me, because I get heat sick very easy. But yeah, so I put a few little wee decorations out for the Halloween, which you can't really see very well now. Oh, there's a baby fox with her, but I think it fell behind. And this is a lovely print that I brought back from the US. It was my late mother's. Anyhow, so this is the bedroom. So again, it's the same size as the other room, 8 foot across and 11 foot like down this way, and then the chimney breast. So this is my project for the day. Look at that hot mess. So all my clothing has to fit in here, with a caveat. Most of my bulkier knit jumpers and my shawls, of which there are many, are in the guitar room. It'll take me a while because I'll have to, with all the stuff, my chronic health stuff, I'll have to take breaks and sit down in between and, let my sciatic and all recuperate. But, let me show you what I have in here. I just kind of keep some things in here to help. Oh, look, I was sitting on this. I hope I don't think I broke anything. This is from the Burn Perfumery, which isn't too far from us. And this is, they use a lot of the natural things. And I'm not a perfume person at all, but I do like their things because they use a lot of the natural essential oils. And I like some of their things. Some of it is too strong for me, but I like this Frond body lotion. And then I have a spray in there as well. I use that sparingly because it's a little stronger, but it's actually really good. I actually have a cedar board in here, and I tend to spray it with that perfume just to create different smells in here to try to stop any moths coming to check it out. Ta-da! I got it done. Tom's cooking the dinner. You might hear the noise of it. Yeah, all organized. Hooray! Yep. Sorry. And here comes Ralph, our very bold fox visitor, and he doesn't have a living creature or even a creature that he's killed. What he's got is an old dried bit of compost, and he's having a bit of a play with it before he eats it. So yeah, it's not actually a rodent or anything. It's dried up old compost from the composter, so it's got probably still got chunks of potato and sort of things like that in it. So Ralph is, yeah, I love when he visits. He's not frightened. Mimi is, of course, in the house. All the dogs are in the house, but they're making noise. They're excited because they know we're looking at the fox again. And he's unconcerned. He has his meal, and then he lies down and has a little preen and a rest, as you do. So I hope you enjoyed this visit from Ralph and from us, and we'll talk soon.